American dominance. So whatever that you see in movies is what? American movies. You know, the Global Police and all that. Series of movies like when you watch Air Force One, when you see Black Hawk Down, when you see Saving Private Ryan, when you see movies like, you know, so many other movies. It's all about global war, global dominance. There is a philosophy behind what they do. So let's go to the next slide. So for us, it's there's a need to clearly define what we want out of the industry. This is PricewaterhouseCoopers' prediction. This prediction was in 2019, before COVID, that the revenue that will be generated by the showbiz industry is estimated to be around 9.9 billion US dollars. But I'm sure at the moment there's a lot of things that have happened after COVID. Probably we may not hit these numbers, but you know, PricewaterhouseCoopers did a very, very fantastic job in terms of researching and analyzing the industry. Our MasterCard Foundation also did, you know, a fantastic forecast about the creative industry in Nigeria, where it's going to go, and MasterCard is doing some projects around that. So very, very important. It's a very big industry with great potentials. Let's go to the next slide. Showbiz, movies, design, gaming, sports, cinema, music, comedy, dance, literature, etc. The next slide, please. The entry point. One of the things you need to do is to do a talent analysis. A talent analysis is for you to be able to know where is your core strength. Now, it's very, very important for you to understand what is it that you want to do. A lot of people are excited, most especially young people, peer influence. Yeah, because my friend is singing, my friend is dancing, my friend is doing this. Me too, I want to work. I want to do it. Or, you know, there are icons that we get intrigued by them. Some of the songs that we're listening, some of the things that we see, so we want to do that. But one of the critical things is for you to do a talent analysis. Know your strengths, know your weaknesses, identify opportunities and know threats. Very, very important. It's not just for you to say, yeah, I want to sing, I want to dance, I want to... No, it's way beyond that. And one of the key things is what? Do you really have the talent and the skill set? Talent is not just enough. Next slide. The next step for you to do is to develop a goal and strategy. Very, very important that you develop plans for a year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, and what? And your retirement. So this is very, very critical. Developing a goal. It's not just because you have the talent, yeah, I can sing, I can go into the studio and record. Now, one of the things you have to clearly define your goal. And in the definition of your goal, you need to have what? A strategy. The strategy is simply your plans of action. What you need to do to make this goal come to pass. What is it you want to do about your music? Yeah, I want to do music. Yeah, because I love music. Is that good of a goal? I think I want to do music because this is a talent that I have. I want to do music because I want to make money. Now it's very, very important because I want to mention the money thing. Many times we talk about, you know, entertainment and talents. We leave the biz part of it. So it's very, very important that we talk about business. Yeah, let me make X amount of money over such a period of time. The next slide. Be original. One of the things that is very, very important for young people is that you need to be original. You don't need to be a copycat. You don't need to sound like someone else. For those of you doing music, it's very, very important that, you know, your voice texture, the way your voice is, that you maintain it. Don't try to sing like somebody else. Now, in your talent analysis, if you understand what is it your voice is, then not all song types are for everybody. some vocal range are not for some people in this part of the world. You know, there are quite a lot of things that you need to understand. But one key thing is what is for you to be original. Now, you know why a lot of people don't pass during talent hunt auditions? It's not because they are not good, they are good, they are excellent, but because they don't sound original. When they ask you questions, when you converse, the people that do the education hear a different thing, and when you sing, it's different. You begin, so what they hear is that they see you sounding like somebody else. So it's very, very important that when you come here to sing in this hall, if I'm walking just outside, I'll be able to identify the voice and say, this is XYZ singing. Very, very important. So in whatever craft you are involved in doing, the most important thing is for you to be what? To be original. Yeah, you can learn from others. You can learn their styles, you can learn their tactics, you can learn what they do. But what? Be simply what? Original. There can be no any other person besides what? Besides you. Haven't you had people with very terrible voices? But they are what? They are super successful. They have made a lot of money out of music, isn't it? I don't want to mention somebody's name, but if I mention his name, you will all agree with me that that guy has a what? A very terrible what? Voice. But he's making what? Making millions. Concerts around the world. He's selling tickets and making lots of money. So come on. Your voice, no matter how bad, right? No matter how bad it is, there is an audience for your voice. Next slide. Now, take time to study the industry. Take time to study the Nigerian industry. Take time to understand the trends. It's not just because everybody, like I said, there should be a philosophy behind every act. Now, for rap, for those of you that do rap and hip-hop, what is the philosophy around rap and hip-hop? Rap and hip-hop is what? It's about rebellion, right? It's about black emancipation. So what is the philosophy around Afrobeats? Can you tell me what the philosophy is around Afrobeats? Love and girls, right? So it's good to be singing about love and girls. Yeah, there was a time when the Afrobeats, you know, when they used to sing good songs about love, but now it's all about your bum bum, about your breasts, about your... Let me ask the ladies, will you feel comfortable if I'm your boyfriend and I come to you every day I talk to you is about bum bum and breasts? Girls, is it something you'd be excited about? Come on. So you see, there's a need for what? For something better. Yeah? I need to talk about you. I need to talk about who you are. I need to talk about your personality. I need to talk about those things about you that makes me want to come to you. So every time, bum bum breasts, bum bum breasts. Philosophy, so take time to study. Give time to intern. That is, take your time, learn. Right? It's not just to jump into the industry. No, it's not just you want to jump. No. Volunteer your time. If there is an art company, if there's a studio, if there's a place, volunteer. So that you learn. You know, this will help you understand the industry, it will help you create networks, and it will help you what? Grow your social capital. Don't look for quick breaks on stage. One of the problems I've had with lots of young people in Kaduna is that once we are doing an event, the next thing everybody wants to call me, I want to perform, I want to perform, I want to perform, I want to perform. Not all stage is what? Is good for you. It is not an entry point. You understand that? So, a stage is either going to make you or it's going to what? Break you. Right? Now, so don't be quick. Don't want stardom, you know, overnight. No. It takes time to build. Right? So don't always feel that the next thing, something happened. We're doing a concert and then this guys came. Nobody asked, how did you put this show together? What is it that's going to... All they were concerned about. I had an engagement with one of the ministers of information in the past. And one of the things that happened was that all the people that came, all the artists that were collecting royalties and all that, it was around copyright issues and all that. And one of the issues that came up very strongly is, how much tax have you paid? And almost all the artists that came that were in the meeting, none of them paid any tax. And that was a very serious impediment. Yeah, action was taken, but not serious action was taken. But if all the artists there, if some of the big names in the meeting had paid taxes, they will have made what? More demands. So tax is very, very important. Now you should take tax very, very seriously. It helps in the future. One of the things is you may require loans to expand your music business or your entertainment business. You may require grants. You may want to apply for a lot of things. Like you can't do an event in the UK or somewhere in a Nigerian artist if you don't pay taxes. You need a tax clearance. So there are a lot of things that is done. When you're applying for visa, there are a lot of things that all these simple things what matters. So payment of tax is what is a very, very important thing. Now the issue of is it about entertainment? Yeah, some of these things you can tweak it. These are universal principles that have to do with business and all that. Like setting goals is not just for music. Setting goals even in your personal life, in your career, whatever that you want to do is very important. So it's not just, you can tweak it. Now, managing managers. Well, one of the key things is you have to clearly define what you want, right? And then you look at the management that is what? Suitable for you. So is that dog affirming what I'm saying? Yeah. So now, one of the things is, let's say you are a rap artist. You are more into rap, and then you meet me, and they tell you that does not like rap music. Huh? And you want me to manage you. Do you think I'm going to do a good job? Because already my interest is not what? It's not rap. Right? So it's very, very important for you when looking for management. You should look at a management that suits your what? Your peculiar or the genre of music or whatever act that you're doing. Very, very important. So when management asks you to pay, it's business, right? I cannot invest my time and energy and money on you and do not expect anything in return. So I think the person that told you that you need to pay, he really wants you to be very, very serious. Because a lot of you, when you get freebies, you begin to misbehave. And you know one thing about creative people? When they are doing good, it's all about them. But when they are doing bad, it's all about management. I've managed a lot of creatives, so I know what creatives can do. So if I see you, a troubled one, I will charge you a lot of money. Right? Because I know you're going to be a lot of trouble. So, get a manager or management that suits your work, your peculiarity. Thank you.
It's sicky.